Welcome to the Love Corner Show. I'm your host, Janet Kaluki. In case you're wondering where you are actually in the right place at the right time. And thank you for making it to our very first episode. #TLC Show. Nowadays, it's no longer shocking to see young girls and ladies dating old men, old enough to be their fathers, or even their grandpas. What happened? Where did we lose the connection? Or are our young men losing their bargaining power and getting cold feet? Hold that thought. In the meantime, pour yourself a glass of water and come sit with me because it's about to get hot in here. Without further ado, allow me to introduce my panel and dive into this topic, the Mubaba Culture.
My name is Anne.
I am Jane.
I'm the Muhenga here, Matiko.
My name is Daniel.
Alright, ladies, I want you to set the ball rolling by telling us which one would you prefer to date? A young guy, young your age or older than you with a few years, or an older man? And would you like to start us off?
No problem. So, for me, I'd rather date an old man. Not like really old, but maybe not my age mate.
Okay.
How old is old? Old is 35 to me. 35.
And why is that? Why do you think you prefer the old and not the young?
My own opinion.
Okay.
So, I prefer older men because I feel they're more settled compared to the young men. They know what they want.
Okay.
You know, there's nothing like, oh, I'm not sure, you know.
Okay, they have lived the life. Now they understand what they want.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you. Anne. Jane, sorry. Tell us, what about you? What are your views on this?
Honestly, me, I have mixed reactions. I can either date a young guy, depending on what he has to offer, and also I can date an older guy, depending on what he has to offer. For me, it depends on what the man brings to my life or what he adds on to my life.
So what do you want, like, for a man to bring?
You know, as women, we love security. Not security as in you fighting or protecting me physically. Security means in terms of my finances are settled. In terms of in case anything happens to me, my kids are settled. You understand that? Yeah. And in our generation, from maybe the age of 27 going 18 to 27, we are still exploring the world. A guy is not ready to settle at that particular moment. Same as a lady, from 18 to 27, no one is ready to settle. We are just there mingling, seeing our future. That's the time we make mistakes. You might find a lady at 19 dating a man of maybe 62, 63 because he's providing financial help to her. He's, he's giving that security type of situation to that girl. So it depends on what you have to offer to me.
Okay, so does that mean that if I am a young man, I don't have potential to work my way from down here all the way up?
You see, action speaks louder than words. You might tell me you have potential. Everybody has potential in this world. But are your actions saying you have potential? A lot of guys from 18 to 27 are just like, the only thing they'll say, let's go clubbing, let's go, fun type of things. Whereas you might find a man like here telling you, I have a vision for you, I want to do this for you. By the time you're turning 25, I want to see you this. As a lady, what will you choose? A person telling you, let's go club, or a person telling you, at the age of 25, I want you to be a CEO of your own. You see, priorities matters.
All right, Pastor Sach, on that note,
Yes.
would you like to tell us? They say old is gold.
Yeah.
So do you think, like, the more you're old, the more you're mature? Does it mean that?
Well, I think the issue of maturity, I cannot relate it directly with age. Because we have people who are in their 40s, 50s, but they are still behaving like young boys. You know, they are mama's boys and they are still home and they are not out there. So I cannot relate the two. But what I can say, based on what I've heard from Jennifer and Anne, is that most of these young girls are looking for stability. That is the core thing why most of them would go for an older person, because of stability. Now, if you happen to have been raised, with a father figure, and your dad really treated you so well, sometimes you almost carry those thoughts and think, if I can get someone who's of this age, I believe this is the same treatment I might get at the end of the day. But now the stability again here now puts us again into situation, because most of these young girls are not ready to go through the whole process. And shortcuts
They
don't
want to jump
really
the
stay.
gun.
Yes. So they don't really,
Want to stop fast.
Yes. And so I think the issue of somebody going through the process can be the reason why most of them are going for. There's the issue of, like 50 cents will say, you get rich or you die trying. So the current world we live today, and what and where people are at today, everybody has this lifestyle that they would really want to have in their lives. And if they cannot get it from a younger guy, and they can get it from someone who is already settled, someone who knows exactly what they want and when they will want it and how they want it, so they would rather go for such a person. Which, when it comes to old in terms of age, because they ask, so what is old to you? I know of people who have married people who are a little bit older, like 5 years and less. Well, for me, the Bible does not also give us a clear demarcation of the years when you should go ahead and marry. Because there's a story of Ruth and Naomi, if you know the Bible. It got to a time when Naomi tells Ruth and this other chick that, you cannot wait for me to bring forth a son and then later they get to marry. So I'm like, okay, so these were the thoughts of a mother. And that was the culture then. But in our generation, it's different. It is different because I believe our priorities, the people who want to get rich quickly, wealth and stability. She talks of security, and security here is not how masculine you are, how you've worked on the gym,
How toned you are.
How toned you can. And for me, you can also have a one big
Ab.
yes, and you've not worked it out.
Yeah.
But that is not it, because it's not just about your physique. It is more related to economy. It's more related to emotionals. It is more related to the physical aspect of life generally.
Okay. Back to you guys. People, when they see you marrying someone, especially our society, they will think that you're marrying them for, they will just judge you and say, she's not in love with that man. She's just, attracted to the flashy life that he's providing for her. What do you think about that?
Okay. For me, okay. First of all, me saying that I would prefer an older guy. It's not okay. The security is there, yeah. But what I say is my generation. Men are not settled. They just want to be everywhere with everyone. So my thinking is an older guy is settled, amefanya hizi vitu zote amemaliza, you know.
He doesn't want to play games.
Yeah,
No,
now
no
it's
mind
not.
games.
No,
He
it's
knows
not.
what he
Oh,
wants, huh?
who's Shiro? I won't go to his phone and like, who's Shiro? You
You
know.
won't be flirting around with
Yes,
everyone.
that's not what I want. You know, for us, when it comes to settling, it's settling. Okay, but for
Our young
brothers,
men,
yeah.
they don't know what they want.
yeah, when so our age mates, they're not sure. A chick will just pass and then their
Their
concentration.
mind has been
Yeah,
turned.
so for me, I wouldn't care what people will say.
Okay.
For sure, I wouldn't care what people will say, as long as I know how this man is treating me and is not giving me stress.
Okay.
There's one thing that people should consider: peace of mind.
Oh.
Peace of mind is very important. The fact that you won't get that, you like, okay, I was almost discussing, but that is the most important thing. You'd rather have peace than stay with a younger guy who will always be stressing you. You know, that is very important to me. And life is short
Too. Yeah.
for stressing.
You have to live it to the fullest. All
You
right,
only live once.
Jane, what do you think?
For me, that question is very complex, per se. Let's go back to the generations before, you know, our grandmothers back then. When a girl was just cultured, you know, you're already married when even you're in the stomach. Like my mother knew.
You're already booked now.
Yes, I'm already booked for a certain guy. The moment you're growing, you're
being
brought
nurtured.
up, yes, as
to
a
your
wife.
Ah.
Even people come to the compound and say, my wife, you know, my wife. So for me, if we go back there, what were people gaining back then? There was no this society pointing fingers at anyone, right? It was just my family saw this guy would be fit for me for 1, 2, 3 reasons. It's the same as now in our generation. For me, I'd rather date someone who give me, like she said, peace of mind. I don't want to be at home at night wondering, where is that man right now? Calling him 100 times, where are you? What are you doing? Who are you with? With a man who's settled and he knows what he wants, if he wants to go out with his boys, just say, I'm going out with my boys, I'll be back at this time. And like this generation of ours, you always, your heart is always pumping,
Yes,
like
exactly.
every time on your phone, like you're this side, you're this side.
You're
On the phone,
stressing
you're
out.
seeing he has 100 lineup of girls there. You're just like, who is this? Every time you're asking him, babe, who's this? Who's this? Who's this? I'm your partner. You know, you have to know my friends. I have to know your friends. Our generations, for me, for our age mates,
Yeah.
let's say, guys of 24, 25. I want to know my friends.
Allow me to interject.
Okay. Yes, sure.
Allow me to interject.
Oh, okay.
From what I've heard, what they say is that they are putting stability and security a priority in their lives. And then I'm asking myself, what happened to love? What happened to growing together?
But let me tell you, if I'm with this guy, wherever is 70, 74, how do you know I don't love him?
No, the fact is this person of 70 or 74, either he has grandchildren, meaning he already has a family, or maybe his wife died and therefore is getting someone younger for himself.
fill the void.
Or maybe he's also getting a side chick. So, again, the issue of your heart being up there like, where is this man? It will always be there, because if he's cheating on his wife with you, then he must be also having some other guys. So, allow me to come...
70.
Yes, he's 70. The thing is this. When we come to... Most ladies want somebody who will take them out, somebody who will pamper them. All this requires money. You understand? There's one saying I keep on saying, that money is an enabler of romance. If somebody doesn't have money, I might want to take you on vacation to Dubai or to Diani or to Lamu. All that requires money. You understand? Now, you've seen most girls your age are posting stuff on social media. And you're there, you can't post your githere. because you need stuff to post. You need to show those locations. You see, you need to go to those luxury locations. Take some photos, post. Take photos of the food you're eating, post. Show people that you're also eating life here with a big spoon. You understand? Now, a young man of your age, a young man of your age is still struggling there, does not have that money. Because let me tell you, if you're lucky enough, by 24 or 25 there, you're completing campus. If you're lucky enough, somebody is completing campus like 24, 25 there, getting into his first job, does he have the luxury of taking you to Dubai? He's gotten his first job there, earning like 25,000, 30,000, and a lipa rent, 10,000, and a back in a 20,000. He can't take you to those places. You are here, you want this person to take you to those places.
No, if I may.
I am telling you, again, then that means you'll need somebody who already has made money. This person who has already made money has taken years to make that money, because you need to earn money, invest money so you can grow, so that when now this person is paying like 70,000, 100,000 ticket to take you to Dubai, that one is nothing to him. Now, a young man like me, 100,000, I'm thinking of a plot. I'm thinking of investing that money. You want me to take to vacation? You see, that lifestyle, I can't afford it.
But if I may say, you asked one question. What is you say? Where is love? Now let me ask you, what is love, according to you?
Now, number one, love. You see, as you're growing, you get fond of this one person. You like them. You understand? Maybe their character. Maybe the way she handles things and handles other people, you get fond of them, you see. And maybe she also loves you, but the bottom point here, the bottom line here is hauna kakitu. You see, pizza ni pesa ngapi?
So the problem is
Let's say
me, I only take to kibandas. I take it to kibandas because that's what I can afford.
You are being real and yourself.
Yes, I'm becoming real, because I can't afford buying you lunch of 1,000 every day. That is 30,000. That's my salary, the one I'm already earning. You see, I can't afford that, so I have to take you kwa kibanda. You get chapondondo there. I pay like 100 bob. That's what I can afford. You see, but now you are here. You want me to provide something that is beyond my capability, and I'm still building myself. You see, there's the dating phase, but if you want to go further with me, that means you're also thinking ahead, like we want to start a family, we like to have children, take them to school, blah, blah, blah. That requires early investments. Otherwise, that time will come. And then, pesa yote tumetumia kwenda vacations. You see?
I think what my brother is saying, based on, if I can borrow his thoughts and what he's basically trying to lay down here, is that according to him, he's a focused person. But what they're saying is that most of these young men, they are not focused. You know, now for him it's different, because I believe he can get a chick of maybe that age, or because he's focused, he has a vision, he knows where he's going. But what they're saying is most of these young men are not visionary, they are not focused. You know, they are not ready for responsibility. And a chick is looking for someone who is settled, who can take the responsibility of being a man, because the work of the man is to protect, to provide, and to guide. And so they are looking for such a person. And most of them, as I said earlier, it is connected with how they were brought up. For example, if you are brought up with a man, a father who was always present to help, to give direction, to do all those things, and then you get now to meet a young man who has no idea of what it entails, to take care of this person. So that's why most chicks sometimes would go for an older person, because they see a lot of stability, they see a lot of security. But based on the culture, as she said, in our culture, you are booked early, and of course, yes, it happened. But now in our generation, it's different. When it comes to age differences, I think it's also important for us to know that these are two different generations, or even sometimes three different generations. Now, for example, if you marry someone who is in his 60s, in his 70s, and you're in your 20s, those are almost 2 or 3 generations two generations, in fact, that have passed. Because this man is enough to have a grandchild who is almost your age if you're in your teens or early 20s.
Sure.
And so I think that way, then it becomes a little bit complex because of generations that have now passed on. And if that's the focus, then I think that's where now we are losing it. Because now we are portraying a picture in our society that now this is normal. But personally, I believe it's not normal. Now, people have different reasons. When you talk of love is not blind. Because if it is blind, I don't think it would be. So when you talk of love, you also need to define what love is. For example, at the age of 19 to 30, those are prime years for every young person. Whether you're a chick, mature, or you're not mature, those are prime years. Then you have a dude who's in his 50s, 60s, someone who has already settled down. So you want to go and have some, you want to go for parties with your girlfriends, or you want your boyfriend to take you, who is older than you, of course. And they feel, man, I am through with all those things. And so for you also, you feel it's as if you don't have rights, to so it becomes more of an activist kind of relationship. Where you protest. I'm not getting this, I'm not getting this. That. But it's true, this guy has already been there, done it, and he's done with it. So what he needs is just someone who will come and maybe rub his abs and his muscles, and that's it. And for you feel, no, I need to be somewhere. And now for this man, remember, he's not scared when you go out.
Because he can get another one.
Because he can as well get another one. So that is the danger. Now, when you talk of finances, when you talk of security, when you talk of the kind of holidays that people nowadays get and stuff, truth be told, friends, most of these things we've borrowed them from the media. And we want to live a life that we cannot afford. Not that some of us, we never had an opportunity to date. We dated before we knew Christ. And we realized, it's until sometimes when you come back to your own senses, then. And again, think of this man you're dating and they're older. When it comes to introducing the person even to your own parents,
you feel ashamed.
You feel ashamed. Why?
But, no, I can contest that. It also depends with your upbringing. Because, like right now, the generation, you find like a mother in this generation is like only 15 years difference with the first daughter. If I introduce a man like that, you find most, truth be told, a lot of parents out there are single, you understand? A single mother, a single father. The moment you see your child wants to settle, you're like, that's a decision. At least she won't be single, you understand? She won't go through what I went through. So for them, you find some won't protest. And like back then...
So the reason why they will not protest, then does it mean it's because of what they will get from your relationship with these people?
Yes, exactly.
Now, I think that then I would
now
basically say that...
That brings us to another question. Where is the disconnect? Because now the society, our parents, everyone is clapping when we are doing all this.
I think we've become so money-minded. Because truth be told, if you're giving out your cheek to this Njama, and of course they will build you a very nice mansionette, buy you a car, which you
Not even for the
you try to save and
the mother.
yes. So definitely they will feel well to make a funga. But truth be told, we are raising a generation that one day they will have questions to ask and will not have answers.
On that note, we are going on a commercial break. Don't go too far.